While the shaper brushed the plains with hills and wheat, and the carver moulded the deserts with a careful, measured hand, the third of the Majestics stood from the earthen cradle and beheld the glories of their work. He was the architect and carried in his mind a dream, the form of growth, a design shaped in nature, a place of wild abundance in harmony. The architect readied himself. He construed the goods of earth and sky as tools, and weighted plans of origins, built two-piece planks for wood and stone. He began creating. Waters trickled through the Shee, and life sprung from the ground. The wolf and its antelope, the bear and its fish, all the work of the architect.
Not like the others. Well, Nerilim says few words, and even fewer words are spoken of the children of dust. You are quite the exception. Nerilim would not mention you unless there was some pressing matter of fate. You should speak with the wise tree yourself, and learn of what has been foreseen. Chosen by the Summer Court, I serve as one of many tenders to Nerilim. Occasionally I'm privileged enough to hear the wisdom of the great tree itself. We care for the tree, making sure it grows strong and true. But we are more than just simple gardeners. It is an honor to be one of the chosen who meditate in the shade of Nerilim's wisdom, cultivating and bonding with its spirit. Nerilim is wiser than King Tatarian, and older than memory itself. Nerilim's words of wisdom carry much weight with the Summer Court. Go with wisdom.
Nerilim was a sapling long ago.
The wise tree knows all of time. She sought to bring the light of truth, to save a village plagued, to find a cure for them, her quest, the Maid of Windermere, her test. She faced the evil maid enraged, she trembled with her wrath. Undo your evil magic now, or I will end this tale I've...
Come closer, little curiosity. The curious one seeks a way to the Fae, but it has found its way to the boughs of the World Tree instead. Rest, Quickling, and I may study you. Look around you, and I am all that you can see. My roots spread across Dalantarth. My leaves read the winds from Frostbrine Coast to Alabastra. My family and I circle this world. We were saplings when your kind emerged from the dark, and we will grow with you until this world burns once again. My roots spread wide and deep, and I have heard what brought you here, but I cannot see where you go hence. The time of the Fae is passing. I must shelter them in their twilight and protect them from the corruption that spreads in their kin to the east. The gardens of fate are clear to me, and all that ever shall be are visible in its blooms. Issa's end has always been certain. Buried beneath Prismere blades, I can only hold back the tide. But you, perhaps you can change the currents. Where you tread, you mark all you touch. Before I would help you, I must know. Will you be a kind gardener or a careless reaper? Like all quicklings, you are eager to act. I would rather see the method of your action. A tribe of trolls has been corrupted with Brismere. Their matriarch, Nash, has united the clans in the first step on the path of Dalantarth's demise. You can change this fate, but to what? In doing so, you may awaken a more dangerous threat, like your ally, Aelin Shear. She walks a deep and tangled path, one that you walked alongside her before your death. But your path is your own now. Defeat Nash. Remove the taint of Brismere. Then I shall see who you are. If not, who you will become. Aelin Shear is a mystery and a simplicity. She is focused in a way few quicklings are. Her dedication is true, but I do not know the cause. Together you have walked dark paths beneath my boughs. You knew one another before your death, or thought you knew each other. Like the sun in the sky, they knew me when I was a sapling, and they will know me when I rot. But they will never know change, nor how to save themselves from their patterns. Only one Fae has ever truly changed, and he now leads an army to destroy your kind. The fates of quicklings are very simple. Growing, consuming, expanding, dying, and always rushing predictably along your paths. You are unique among them. You decide your own direction. But does that mean you will choose anything different? The troll matriarch. Brismere has corrupted her, making her cruel, cunning, and far more ambitious than her brethren. She bears the marks of the Tuatha, and she shares their murderous intent. I am as world trees have ever been since the dawn of time. I watch, I understand, and I remember. To creatures of flesh like yourself, Brismere is a powerful tool to harness magic. But to creatures of pure magic, like Tuatha or trolls, Brismere is so much more. To them, it is a curse, a blessing, and a rapture all in one. It drives them and consumes them. And to the weak-willed, it corrupts them utterly. I can no longer ignore the quicklings like your kind, who rush through the world, ever anxious, ever eager, ever evolving, but never changing. Fools who hack at my roots and burn, and sometimes sages who hang from my branches and learn. The last great Fae city, at once the birth of their dream, the throne of their great realm, and the deathbed of their kind. In thanks to High King Titarian, my boughs stand vigil over their city in their twilight. Only by my leave may visitors see them in their weakness. The troll matriarch and her brood await at Haxi. Their corruption burns my roots and threatens our future. Walk your path and watch your ally.
I thought I'd find you here. That damned tree sent me. He has roots and branches all through the forest, but I was so hoping you'd be enough of a distraction for me to pass unnoticed. He said we should walk this path together. Thought I could help you, or maybe that you could help me. The gardens of Issa, home of the Summer Fae, once spread from the forests of Dalentarth, across the plains of Erethel, and even through the deserts of Ditir. Between the madness of the war and the spread of man, Alfar, and Nome, the Summer Fae lose a little more ground every day. A tragedy for them. I've never met Nash. Trolls and Darkwolfar rarely invite each other to tea. But if she's matriarch of a clan, you can be sure that she's strong. And if she's so corrupted that Niralim is nervous about her, then she must pose a bigger threat than most trolls. Let's not keep Nash waiting. Trolls aren't normally this well organized. Even the biggest clans never built dens this deep. What are the two Arthur doing here?
Die, Frostblade!
There's a time to talk. Be on your way. There's a time to talk. Be on your way. these trolls ever went on a rampage, they could destroy half of Downtown. Looks like the Tuatha have been working here for a long time. If they've come this far inland, we're all in grave danger. The two have come to her. Nice work. I see you haven't forgotten how to handle yourself in a fight. Still, this is bad. I didn't think the Tuatha would reach this far. At least not so soon. Obviously, the Tuatha had bigger plans than just killing you. Infusing the trolls with Prismere, trying to bring the war to Dalentar? Niralim was right to be concerned. To the contrary, until you came along, she was destined to rampage across Dalentar. At least, if you believe Niralim. Go, talk to the tree. I'm sure he'll let you into Issa now. I'll finish off any Tuatha hiding in this den. You can tell the old mossy log yourself. I'll be tracking down any other Tuatha that may have come this far west. I'll find you again when the time's right.
still under the wicked maid's spell, and was human in thought, and all was well. Rampaged throughout the countryside in joy, and treated everything as its toy. Lord Airmar slowly approached it and said, "If you are human, deal as such instead. Face us properly, if that is your fate. Duel us, and reveal the truth of your state." Then the troll and fae did battle and fought. Alas, all was not as the troll had thought.
Welcome. Welcome to our haven in the Sidhe. I am Citric Vorm. My brother Arhaus and I give assistance to any wayfarer that may need it. You look a lot more hearty than the sort we typically get here. You might be able to help me. We lost our parents when I was young, and since then, he's always looked out for me. When he went to sea, I followed him. When he settled here, I did the same. My brother hired him, although I don't know why. Whenever there's work to do, Gunnar seems to disappear. We do allow strangers to stay here from time to time. Would you like to rent a room? Well, our lodge is small, but you can use my room. It's up to me. I don't have much to tell. I followed my brother to sea after our parents died. I enjoyed being on the ship. There was a solace there. But the ports, I cared little for the crowds. I know Arhaus misses the ocean, but I love the solitude of the forest. You have paid to use my room. It lies upstairs, a dangerous place to be sure, but I find its dark depths peaceful, the solitude a welcome change over the bustling ports of Rathir. But it's not without its lighter side. Just the other day, I saw Arhaus go sprinting by with a brownie attached firmly to his arse. I've never laughed so hard. We've had several visitors from Detir tell us that they were savagely ambushed by brownies. Unusual. Brownies of the Sidhe are not that aggressive. They mostly keep to themselves and only attack when approached. If there is indeed a group of brownies ambushing travelers, then those monsters need to be taken care of. Good. I'll see that you... I still have trouble believing those brownies would be so aggressive. Most unusual. It's a barren desert full of greedy miners and vicious bandits. Our house and I did our best to avoid it when we traveled here, and I'd suggest you do the same. If there are indeed a group of... Follow the trail to... Good hunting.
Welcome to our lodge. Surprised you made it out here by your... Lucas Soren. The poor soul in the next room. She did not fare so well. The Worms have always been traders. I took to the sea early in my life. I always knew I was going to captain my own ship. But fate has its way with you at times. After Rathir, I needed to get as far away from the sea as I could. I do miss the ocean, but I've come to realize that there are other joys in life. Gunnar showed up one day begging for help. Said he was a poor miner from Detir who lost his job when his mine shut down. Not sure I believe him, though. Hired him more out of pity than anything. I'm not sure he can actually do anything useful. She managed to tell me her name before passing out. That and a thresh had attacked her. I tried to help her as best I could, even gave her my room to recover in. But nothing has helped. I'm afraid it's only a matter of time. The great Dokkelfar city in eastern Erethel. A great port with many a profit to be found. We must have sailed in and out of there more than any other port in the continent. But war has changed Rathir. They're not as friendly as they used to be. My younger brother. After I went to sea, he couldn't wait to join me. Our parents wouldn't let him. Said he was too young. But after they died, the sea was the only place for him to go. After the trouble in Rathir, I told him he didn't have to come with me, but he insisted that families stick together. This forest has been trying to kill me ever since we got here. If it's not boggarts springing out of the bushes, it's brownies trying to take a bite out of my arse. I tell you, I much prefer the ocean. At least the things trying to eat me there are down under the water. She was attacked by a thresh. Normally a fatal encounter in and of itself. Barely managed to make it here before passing out. That wasn't enough. She's had a rare reaction to the thresh's usually benign venom. Only thing that will save her is a rare plant found in the Shee. But I cannot venture out to get one. I tried, but the forest is not like the sea. I got turned around so many times it felt like the trees were dancing around me. It's just too far into the Shee. I could not make it. You will? Well, if you manage to bring me one, I'll reward you with what I can. I've heard that searstalk grow near flowing... I thought I heard the roar of... Follow the river to the northern... Another time, then.
It's busy today. Yeah, what can I get you? Stick around.
Yeah. What is it? You made it. Just in time, too. Give me the potion. Someone must go to the Fae and explain what happened here. One small misunderstanding. If one of their own was killed, we could go to the Warsworn and get an oath of protection. But that would require payment. You're turning out to be very... Rumor says that the House of Ballads has its headquarters not far from here. Once they fought the Beasts of Chaos, marching to glory through many victories. Sadly, they fell, as all great men do. Now they're nothing more than hired blades. Anyone can earn their allegiance with a few pieces of gold. All I know is what I learned in my youth. The heroism of King Wenson and his court of enchantments. My gran spoke of them nightly as she sat by my bedside. For all I know, the House of Ballads is nothing more than myth. But I have a feeling that it exists somewhere out in the deep mists of the Feylands. It's east of here, in the meadows of Yolvin. The Feylands are a wicked place, crawling with creatures so strange you'll assume you're dreaming. Farewell. Greetings.
Yeah, what... What can I get you? Bye.
Welcome. This is Yorvan, proud and mighty, shaped and hewn by Fae of old. If you hear us, then we are sleeping still. But be strong of heart, new one. Our powers are old, but our triumphs are eternal. We have brought peace to the webwood and the forests of summer. Corruption and decay and filth were grown, were spread like sickness from the fens and dells of this place. They were led not by a beast, not by a fell one, but by her, the one who walks alone, the mother of 100,000 spiders. She is a queen of web and poison. She calls herself the Widow. Canopy stretched far and blocked the light of summer. But we pressed on and forward to Cathras, to the Widow's Den. We were but weak when we arrived, but she was weaker still, her children having died before our march. To Ashara we commended her, and then we felt the call of winter. And so some turned to sleep, and I kept watch. Some colder wind of winter blows then, we have seen. Summer does not return our brothers, our clans to us. What will happen to the vigil I keep? Winter already calls me. No relief is in sight. The widow walks. I can feel the heart of the webwood pulsing with her anger. Her spiders are at the gates. We never thought this day would come. The widow walks. The widow walks.
Is that someone tripping about my web? And I thought my fun was over. Another stirs in Yolvin? I'm sure my Cathris brood would love feeding on one as strong as you. The last of Yolvin is dead. Your little town is next. Tell them the widow has returned, and she is claiming what was once hers.
By the seas, you sure took the long route to Castle Yolven. Now tell me, have you found their secret? Can you stop the spiders? We can't defend the town at this rate, and we don't have the time to destroy the bridges leading to the Webwood. I doubt that would work in any case. I'm going to take the survivors and barricade the inn. We'll stand a better chance of survival if we do. The widow is... I don't know. I've fought in wars, I've fought in duels, in bars, but never against something I couldn't beat. Never against something like her. The widow is sending the whole damn forest at us. I'm going to stay and defend the townsfolk. I need you to go in there and try to stop this. I didn't want to think the stories were true, but I've seen her hand in this since it began. It's only a matter of hours before Kennerock is destroyed. But Cathros is deep within the Webwood. I wouldn't be surprised if the Hollow is where she makes her home. I had hoped for an army to assist Kennerock. You're all I have. Don't know if it's fate or luck, but there's no time. The others and I will take refuge in the inn. I need to help the survivors. We need help!
What is it? Is something wrong? Yes, I have. a moment I can spare for you. Stay safe.
So if you don't mind, let's make this quick. Or better yet, stay alert.